Hello, everybody. I am VJ from VJ's Crochet. Happy Monday. Welcome to my returning subscribers and welcome to my new subscribers. Please like, share, and do all those whizzy YouTube things. So, how is everyone? Did everybody have a nice weekend? Let's see who is going to come visit today. We got Denny in the house. Denny, how are you? How was your Mother's Day? And Sharon is here. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. And there is Tammy with the hearts and the flowers. Thank you so much. How are you today? Oh, Ivy, it is so good to see you back in these streets. I hope you are feeling better. I really do. And Teresa's here. Teresa, did you have a good weekend? Oh, and the same to you. My weekend was very nice. I got to spend a couple of hours yesterday with both of my kids and Shorty. So that was nice. We went to church and then we went out to lunch. And then my son had to go to work and my daughter and Shorty went home to take a nap. Hi, Sandra. Good to see you. How are you? Now, you know the way my life goes. The minute I went live, my neighbors decided to mow. So I am hoping that it's not too loud because there's not a thing I can do about it. They had all day to mow. What's girls do? It is good to see you, Sandra. How are you? How are things in your neck of the woods? How was your Mother's Day? Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anybody do anything this weekend? If so, what did you do? Who came to visit? Oh, Teresa can't hear it. Thank you. I'm glad because it's like that's the whole point in me not having my lives outside is because I don't want everybody being blown away and then this person, yeah, I started to say fool, decided he was going to mow this time in the afternoon, but it's better than having the weeds grow, isn't it? Bonjour, Zach. Comment allez-vous? And that's the extent of my French because I always slide into Spanish. I don't know how it happens. It just does. How are you, Zach? Good to see you. It is good to see everyone. And there is Jen. Hello, how are you? How was your weekend? So, how is everybody? What did you do this weekend? What's in your cup? What's on your hook? I went out and weeded one of my flower beds this afternoon. So, I have lemonade in my cup and I have nothing on my hook because I am trying to match some yarn. And with all of the yarn I don't have any that will match this. So I will have to decide what to do. Because I only ordered, silly me, I ordered a cone of Premier Home Cotton in this pretty colorway because I am used to when I use variegated cotton, I get different patterns every time I do something. This is such a short repeat, everything looks the same, so I'm trying to break it up. And I don't want to mix it with my 100% cotton because Premier Home, unbeknownst to me, is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. I guess I could mix 100% cotton with 85% cotton, but I'm not used to mixing my fibers. What do you all think? I'm monofiber. It happens here no matter what time I try to make content. The dogs want to cuddle, climb all over my lap. Dogs and cats do that. You sit down and you get a piece of electronic. My poor late cat used to always sit on my keyboard when I was working on the laptop. And I'm like, really? Really? Suze, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? How was your weekend? Zach worked all weekend. Oh no. And you got your root canal today. $986. Oh, root canals are very expensive, but you saved the tooth, and that's important. 91 degree. Ooh. Now see, we had that last week. And then we had a cool front. I don't want to say that too loud because somebody will realize that it is only 67 degrees here. It's warmer than I thought it was warmer than that. Well, I had on sweats when I was outside. It's 67 degrees here. So I was outside working in the yard, and it's supposed to go down to 60 tonight. Hooray for us. Ooh, you got 64, Zach? Okay. Teresa made a yarn lunch, and I am boxing some up and keeping others time to downside. Oh, so you had a yarn avalanche, a yarnal bunch. Well, you if you shared it between SC and SD, you could downsize considerably because SC and SD are working like little monsters over there. You will be downsized pretty quickly. See, I don't mix fibers either. GGP, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? How was your weekend? And there's Rita. Rita, it was so good to see you this weekend. I've been talking to you forever, but I had never actually seen you. So that was nice. Rebecca, hello. Good to see you. How was your weekend? And Teresa says that is why I get them pulled. $60. Root canal would only work 6 months too. I've had my oldest root canal for about 5 years. And it's been 5 years? Okay, lockdown was in 2019, and I got it 2 years before 2019. Was that 2017? 6 years? Yeah. I've had my oldest one for 6 years, and I've had no issues with it. I don't have any gum issues either, so I guess it depends upon what other medical problems you have going on. But yeah, I haven't had any trouble with mine. And then they said if they pulled my teeth would start shifting, and then I'd have to get a bridge and all that other nonsense. And it's like, nope, just do that, and I'm done. They have a ton as well. Girl. Oops. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and work with what you have, and it'll keep you from having to go to the store because the minute you get rid of something, you're going to find a pattern and go, oh, I wish I had some so and so, and I just got rid of it. Hold on to it, girl. You'll find a need for it because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't have bought it, and they probably don't make it anymore. Sandra says it's 87 with a heat index of 94. Ooh, ooh, thank you, Rita. Ooh. GGP says, I'm good. It's 78 here in New Haven, Connecticut. That's a little warm this time of year, though, isn't it, Gigi? Ivy finally caught the possum that tripped a hole in her roof. Possum had to go. Oh, Lord, have what was the possum doing up on the roof? And you had to go get it? Ooh, see, I'd be calling well, I'd have to call the possum people because my son wouldn't get up on the roof. Maribel, good to see you. How are you? Thank you for coming by. How was your weekend? And Suze has had her root canal for over 20 years. That's what I'm talking about, Suze. That is what I am talking about. Yep. Teresa says, I have Sjogren's. I am constant dehydrated throughout my body. My bones are weak. They broke my jaw and had to remove the bone. They broke your jaw and had to remove the bone. When they pulled it, they also pushed roof of mouth up into my sinuses. Good Lord, Teresa. I'm going to stop reading because I used to work in a trauma hospital and I have all these alternative scenarios going on in my head, but it's over now. So I am just going to close my mouth and move on. And Teresa, I am so sorry that you had to experience that because, yeah, no, that's, I am so sorry. It's normal weather. Okay, Gigi. Teresa, I am so sorry. Girl. Miguel, you're just leaving Aldi's. Had to get a few groceries. I'll be listening on my way home. Thank you so very, very much. Cage works well. Yeah, but then you got to deal with the little creature. You still have to take it someplace. But I'm glad you were able to do it. And I'm glad, yeah, because in my previous house, I had squirrels that chewed through the roof. And it's like, why? And I'm really careful with tree placements in this home because I don't want any more squirrel damage. Squirrels are relatively few here. I just have to contend with the birds. Your oldest root canal is 7 years. Okay, Rita. Mama J, welcome in. My Mother's Day was very nice. How was yours? I actually got to see my son. Needless to say, I won't be going back there. Girl. Mm-mm. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Ooh, Teresa. I'm gonna be quiet. I am so sorry. Ooh, ooh. So, what is everybody working on? It's Make Along Monday. What is everybody making? We probably didn't do much of anything this weekend with kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, everybody coming in and out and cooking and bringing food and taking us out to eat and all the other things that goes on with the mother's weekend. And if we didn't have any of that stuff going on, we were on these YouTube streets. So, what did everybody do this weekend and what are you working on? I'm trying to match this yarn, which isn't going to happen because I don't have any more Premier Home. So we're just going to have everything be the same color and call it a day. Because yeah, no, I'm with Teresa. I don't like mixing fibers, and I had no idea. Didn't think about it when I ordered cotton that it was not 100% cotton because I am used to Lily's sugar and cream, which is 100% cotton. And it seems to me, probably in the back of my head somewhere, I was thinking about weaning myself off of sugar and cream and going to the lighter cottons because they're softer. But then I've got a lot of sugar and cream. And I'm going to work through it because we're doing what? We are shopping our stash. Sandra says, my great niece teaches eighth grade. She had to do CPR on a student. Oh, my Lord. Several other teachers had the same in their classrooms. A student had brought their grandma's prescription and passed it out as candy. Oh, for the love of all that is good and holy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Sandra, that's scary. And she was passing it out as candy. Oh my good. Your poor great niece. I know her heart was in her throat. I'm glad everybody is trained because that's scary. Tammy had a great Mother's Day. She cooked stuffed peppers for her mom, her sister, for my mom, her sister, my daughter, and granddaughter. Tammy, your mother and her sister are both still living. Girl, that is a blessing. And then your daughter and granddaughter came over. That's 4 generations. I hope you all got a group picture. That is awesome. I'm happy for you. WWF Sun Hat. I'm on the rim. Be finished for Friday. Look at you, Jennifer. Look at you. Working on another summer hop. Oh, hot, top. Top. How did I get hop out of that? You've been sewing all weekend. I am now working on a baby blanket. Did you make more of those bags you were making, Rita? Genevieve, hello, happy Monday. How are you? You are working on a granny square throw. Ooh, my Mother's Day was very nice. Thank you. How was yours? And there is Zoila. I know you had a happy Mother's Day because your mother is home. There's Tanky Poo drinking coffee and making hats for the Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. You go, girl. You are the best. Christy, hello. How are you? How was your weekend and what are you working on? And Teresa says, no worries. I have chronic pain just in additional places 1 year later. It is my cross to bear. Sorry you are upset. Hearts and pray. Thank you for caring. Girl, of course I care. I wasn't. I wouldn't have been in trauma for 40 something years if I didn't care, but good Lord. And my problem is I know what we do in my university hospital. And when I hear other people's things, my brain just automatically goes into trauma mode. And it's like, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around the differences in hospitals and care and the different parts of the country. It's interesting, but sometimes it's just downright scary. We probably would have done the same thing, but it's just scary sometimes. Yep, we had a squirrel in our attic. My boys wanted to keep it as a pet. What? As a pet? I said, heck no. I know you did, and you probably added a few other adjectives to that as well. They wanted to keep it. Girl. The squirrel may have wanted to stay, but my cat had had other ideas. Ooh, we are shopping our stash. Missed the memo. Ah, Maribel. Well, let's see. Dory Did It has Shop My Stash 2023, and Queen's Craft by Bridget has Stash Down 2023. Basically, I'm doing them both, even though I'm behind on my video that should have been out on the 4th. I'll get it out before the one that's due on the 4th next month. I did buy yarn, but I'm still shopping my stash. Mama J is working on her Adalia shawl and you're drinking cranberry sauce. Did your cranberry sauce get warm, Mama J? How you wait a minute, that must be spell checker. You drinking cranberry juice, right? That's our infamous spell check. Nisi, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How was your Mother's Day? Zoila stayed home for Mother's Day because she has a cold and feels sick. Oh, Zoila, the COVID-19 was negative. Yay! But I still feel awful. Yeah, I understand. Because I had that stupid cold since Christmas. And Nisi saying hi to everybody. Yeah, these colds plus allergies plus everything else is going around. Shuggy Pat, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How was your Mother's Day? How was your weekend? And what is on your hook? And Jennifer is saying, Teresa, it must be worse than childbirth. I've not had root canal hugs. No, actually, childbirth is worse. At least mine was, because my baby had a big old head. Yeah, the root canal. You ordered Chinese. Oh, I love Chinese. We went to this little Mexican hole in the wall down the street because I was hoping the way they had torn up the streets, it would not be crowded, and it wasn't. So we got in, we got served, we got out. It was a beautiful thing. It was not the least bit crowded. So, and my kids both enjoyed it. I asked them, and we always, rate our experiences. And I asked them, is this a keeper? And they're like, oh, yes. Christy says, OMG, Sandra, how old was the student that was passing out meds? Yeah. Yes, I am making 4 backpacks and 4 other bags. Okay, Rita, busy hands. Sandra, Christy wants to know how old was the child passing out the candy. If that child was also an 8th grader, she's probably 13 or 14. Everybody is saying hi. Susan, welcome in. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by. How was your weekend? Besties. It was. I had a C-section. Oh. Yeah, recovery from C-sections are nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, it is. It's scary. It really is. It really is. Genevieve, welcome in, girl. Yeah, it's. I had a very well-rounded education. I know what not to do, where not to go, what not to let somebody do to you. Yeah, and I've learned how to very nicely and very politely say, no, I don't consent to that. What are my alternatives? Yeah. And then I go do my own research. Yeah, is yeah. I don't mind being at home because I know what's out there in the streets. I've seen it all. Chrissy says, I am still working on the Forever Shawl, Pure Innocence by Bod, but it's taking me forever. So I just started a baby blanket to break up the monotony. P.S. Squirrels make good pets. Only if you're Granny D. I don't want a squirrel in my house. Thank you very much. Mm-mm. Can you imagine taking the squirrel to the vet and saying, can we have rabies shots, please? But Tank, you've got the electric crochet hook. Not everybody has one. You blew shot my stash January the 1st, Teresa. We only started in January the 1st. You blew it on the first day. But Teresa, if you are starting a project and you need more yarn to finish the project, that's still shop your stash. But if you buy yarn to make the project, then not so much. I know you can, Tank. You would have 10 made in the time I'm taking to make just one. Tank must not sleep much. That's all I can say. She and V have those, supersonic hooks. That's not my testimony. Mama J's laughed at me. Had to take hubby for procedure at 5 this morning, trying not to take a nap. Cranberry juice. I thought that was cranberry. I said it had to be because it's like, why? But see, if you took your hubby to a procedure at 5 this morning and you left your cranberry sauce out in the car, then by this time it probably would be cranberry juice. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you, Mama J. They all should have known better at that age. Well, the thing is, if your friend says, here, would you like to try some candy? They're all, especially if they're out at recess, they're all going to try the candy, not knowing that this kid has gotten the candy from her grandmother's house. That's how stuff goes really, really wrong because everybody shares. 8th grade would put the student at around 12 or 13, right? Yeah. At that age, they are old enough to know better. 1, she stole the medicine. 2, she knew it wasn't candy. I hope she got arrested. I would like to know what kind of medicine it is, because if it was a bona fide prescription, then she knew it was a prescription drug and she should have known better. If it was gummies, then she might have been passing them out, not knowing that these kids were going to have a reaction to gummy. I would like to know what it was that they took. I really would, because for the kids to be taking it like candy, it had to look like candy. It didn't look like a pill. Hi, Granny. How are you? How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day and your grandmother's day? It's so good to see you. Just want to say I have a new pattern out on Ravelry. Please take a look. Oh, Ivy. Aren't you supposed to be resting? What are you doing putting out new patterns? You know I'm going to take a look. No, I missed the first month is SC's life. No, I missed the first month in SC's life due to them leaving gauze and infection. California doctor. No, I did not sue. Teresa, I wish I was younger and I wish I was closer because you girl, they left the gauze in and it I am so sorry, honey. I am so sorry. You've just not had a good time with your health care physicians. I am so sorry. That's horrible. And Zoila's saying, Mama J, I hope everything went well and it's over and you and hubby are home safe and sound. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mama J to say everything came back negative. I'm still scrolling trying to get to the important things. It's negative. Susan said, I had a lovely day with two of my kids and grandchildren. Got pictures of three generations. That's what I'm talking about. I know you had a good day, Susan. That is wonderful. I know. She knows she gets me hooked up on things like this. And it's probably a top that I can't even make. And she and Tank are both going to say, it's easy. Jennifer says, I am downsizing my stash, but then my mom's friend will give us both a bag of yarn. The D stash will take years unless I do more mystery bags as prizes on other lives. But then you don't have to buy yarn, Jen. You don't have to buy the yarn. But it's still fun to go through and see what everybody else has. Especially like that sweater that you finished. That was awesome. Cynthia, welcome in. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by. How was your weekend? Redneck Prepper, shalom. It is so good to see you. How was your weekend? Oh no, they had a sale. Okay. Thank you, hon, for being a tester for me. You did an awesome job. Oh my. Hello, VT Redneck. Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How are you? How was your weekend? Love your gingham crop sweater. Oh man. Oh, Ivy's got it going on. She really does. No, Marsha Lee said I have a magic wand. You know what? That's probably more to the point. I like electronic hook though. Margie, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? And what are you working on today? Ivy is telling Zoila, thank you. I will not do written, but on the gingham video was enough. Okay. Okay. Yeah, those get I'd give anything to have my meds look and taste like candy. Girl, don't you know? And some of them, even at my advanced stage, I have to cut them in half because it's like, you want me to swallow that? Really? It's not going to happen. I got a pill cutter. Mm-hmm. Teresa is agreeing with Christy. How many meds these days look like candy? They changed that due to that problem. At least that was what I thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good point, BJ. But a gummy should not put someone into heart failure where they need CPR. I know, Christy. I'm baffled. I am baffled. I am so confused. And I can't think of anything else that looks like candy. Because as Teresa said, they've changed it all so it doesn't look like candy. And then where was the grandmother keeping it? Oh, help. Just help. Elissa, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How are you? And is Sandra still here? Because Sandra hasn't answered yet. Annette, no need to be sorry. I'm glad you got to talk to your oldest on the phone. How was your weekend? How are you? And what are you working on? Angelise, thank you so much. I accept all blessings and God bless you as well. How was your weekend? Granny D says Mother's Day was just another day, but I saw today where my eldest daughter and her fam wished me a happy Mama's Day with pics of me and them on Facebook. It was nice. Oh, that's sweet, Granny. That really is. Everybody's saying hi. Hi, Mara. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Mother's Day. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? And what is on your hook? It was so fun, and it was my first time testing and reading a pattern. Suze, you had never read a pattern before? Oh, girl, congratulations. Teresa says, nope. I had 13 doctors and now just one on the monthly. For pain, I quit them. It is what it is. God has this mess handled. Amen. If God brings you to it, he will bring you through it. And you're down to one doctor. Hey, hey, hey. Mine have all signed off to once a year. And I'm going to get that down too. I am determined. If I get my way, I'm going to be medication free because that's what I am striving for. Sandra says, whatever the prescription was, the students needed CPR while sending for the defibrillator as they waited for the ambulance to arrive. Oh, so you haven't found out what it is yet. Oh, Sandra, that is scary. And then they had, oh, Lord, girl. That's scary. That's scary. Mm, mm. Zoila has a bad cold. Sophia, welcome in. I did, sweetheart. How was yours? Kristen, welcome in. Good to see you. How was your weekend? And what are you working on? Tank says marijuana gummies. Yeah, Tank, that's what I was thinking, but that wouldn't have sent them into heart failure where they needed CPR and a defibrillator before going to the hospital. So that because the first thing I thought of was gummies, but yeah, no, that wouldn't have done it to more than one child. One child could have had a bad reaction, but not quite a few. Yeah, it's yeah. We always tell kids don't take candy from strangers. Now you can't take candy from your friends. Mishi, thank you so much, and thank you for leaving your thumbs. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? Did you get to see your baby since he's moved out? Did he come back to spend the day with you? I don't mean come back to stay. I mean come back for a visit. Michelle, good to see you. Thank you. How was your Mother's Day? And what is everybody working on? My youngest Hannah is in Tokyo and I'm awaiting Facebook pics from her and Josh. So you are kitty sitting. Okay. I thought going for the drugs was the way to go. Now you know. I had a lovely weekend. Thank you. Quiet and non productive. Water in my cup and still knitting, looking at my flowers. Oh, flowers are nice. Tank could have been something that was compounded for the patient. Some people can't take the taste of some meds. Well, there is that. There is that. So now we have to tell our children not to take candy from other children because it may not be candy unless it's individually wrapped. The weekend was nice, warm weather, time with family, a little crochet. Not sure I could ask for more. Worked on scrap blanket and finally got to finish daughter's top since she was here. Oh, that's wonderful, Mara. Did she like it? And more importantly, does it fit? Because we know how it is when we're crocheting for somebody else. You'll take candy from Granny D. Kristen's daughter took her to Palm Springs for the weekend. Oh, it has been wonderful. Right now, I'm crocheting in the hotel lobby waiting for our flight home. Oh, I bet that was pretty. My younger brother lived in Palm Springs for a couple of years. He's been all over California. I can't even name all the places he's been. Granny D is an old hippie, just saying. Renee, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? And what are you working on? Zoila's telling Mara, glad you had a great weekend. Glad you finished your daughter's top. Yes. No telling what Granny D will give you, Sophia. Kim, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? How was your weekend? And how was your Mother's Day? And what are you working on? And Sophia says, I'm not a mom. I thought you had one. Okay. So I spent part of my day at the cemetery with my mom. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I went to my sister's to congratulate her. Not crocheting yet, so my hooks are still resting. Well, you got to see your sister, and that is a good thing. And you got out of the house, which is a good thing. You're going to be crocheting soon. I have faith. Mishi says, no, I spent it alone, but that was good. Miss my mother a lot around this time. It was me and crochet. Sometimes that's restful. Teresa says, right, no needles go through wrapping. We told them not to set their drinks down, right? Yep, don't set your drinks down. Oh, you'll be posting a couple of pictures? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, because yeah, don't take candy from people unless it's got the wrapping on. That's sad. And Jennifer met an American today getting out of a car with knitting in her hands and nothing else. I asked what she was making and she replied, just practicing. I said, enjoy your day. That is special. Yeah, with knitting, you got to practice. I tell you. Tank's telling Granny D to be thoroughly honest. I'm an old hippie too. All right now. Rita, welcome in, sweetheart. It is so good to see you. I had a very nice Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day? And what are you working on today? And Rita saying hello to everybody in the chat. Oh, it is so good to see everybody today. It really is. Why is okay? And Angelise is still working on her scarf. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What this is the year we get the whips done, however long it takes. Kim says she spent her Mother's Day with the kid and grandkid. They grilled out and chilled between sorting and packing. Not really working on anything at the moment, but I did finish a couple of bags. Okay, there you go. So you've got some FOs. Kristen is sending hugs to Sophia. She lost her mom 14 years ago. Mother's Day is always hard. I lost my mother in 97. And Mother's Day is not particularly hard for me. What's hard for me is when I'm sick and in the bed and I'm laying there going, I want my mommy. Because mommy always made me feel better when I didn't feel good. Yeah. Sue says, my son usually brings me flowers on Mom's Day. However, the squirrels bit off all the heads. Granny D, those squirrels need some manners. The squirrels bit off all of the. Good Lord. Where's Jen? How rude. Sandra says, lesson for all of us, keep meds put away and have talks with kids and grandkids. Yeah, that too. That too. Tank says, my arm is tired. I refuse to put the drill on my adding machine. But what about the screwdriver, Tank? The screwdriver is not as hard as on it as the drill is it? And Juanita is almost off the plantation. And if my husband would start driving, okay, come get you, right? Ivy's telling Juanita, you work from home. Why does your husband have to drive? You just have to shift over to the other side of the room. What? Oh, they aren't like my squirrels. Mine have nice manners, Granny. And Tammy is still a hippie. Hubby says squirrels are rats with personalities. I don't know about personalities. They're just kind of crazy. That's all I can say. They're just crazy. God bless you, everyone else. Angel Renee, so good to see. No, Angel Renee. You just frogged your poncho about to start a new one. I am a bit over Mother's Day. It was a good day, but emotionally done. I got all the kids home today, so we'll be listening. Ooh, honey, I'm sorry you're emotionally done. You got all of the kids home today? Is Juju sick? He didn't go to school today? We had brunch yesterday and then visited my local yarn store. Alyssa, aren't you in Canada? Or do I have that wrong? I thought you were in Canada. And Renee is saying hello to everyone. Yes. Rita had a nice Mother's Day. She's working on a shawl. The stitch is the Jacob's Ladder. You're doing a shawl in the Jacob's Ladder? Oh, Rita, please post it to the group. I can't imagine. It sounds awesome. I would really love to see that, Rita. You want to stay as neutral as possible. And Kim lost her mom almost 4 years ago. I am so sorry. She didn't celebrate Mother's Day, so it's not a big issue for me. But don't ask me about Father's Day. Okay, I'm gonna make a note. Do not ask Kim about Father's Day. You know I'm gonna forget, so don't get me. Robbie, hello, girl. That's okay. I had a very good day. How was your day? And how was that turkey and those ribs? I know they were fantastic because you started early. You've been working in the yard. Kids are at mom's. Definitely shower time. I was working in the yard earlier. I weeded out one of the flower beds and put my dusk to dawn lights up. I found a whole big box of dusk to dawn lights in the basement. Why I had not put them out in the yard, I don't know. But I put some out in the flower bed. And then I'll go out tonight and start adjusting them so they shine around the house. No, we are on a hybrid schedule now. 3 days at the office and 2 days at home. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're gonna have to stand out there and wait for the wagon to come pick you up. I'm sorry. And Mama J is asking Tank, what about the Adler motor for the Addy? Alyssa says, no, I'm in New York City. I was born in Canada, though. Oh, that's why I didn't ask you how your Mother's Day was because I was thinking you were in Canada and I didn't think Canada celebrated Mother's Day. Or if they did, it wasn't the same time we celebrate. So, sounds like you had a nice Mother's Day. Tank says, "No, I don't want to put anything in the machine." Okay. Rita's telling Ivy, "Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Praying for you, my cutie patootie." And Granny's saying hi to Mama J. And Angel Renee says, "No, Juju woke up at 2:30 a.m. Ollie at 3 a.m. So the teachers ask us to not send them to school because all they do is sleep. And of course, Artie is here because he is 3. Got you on the TV, so Artie says hi. Hi, Artie. Good to see you. Juju woke up at 2:30, and then Ollie woke up at 3. Did they have bad dreams? So then the teachers asked not to send them to school because they sleep all day because they were up all night. Oh, good gracious alive. And Artie, poor Artie. Artie didn't get to be home alone. Oh my gosh. Hi Donna, how are you? Good to see you. How was your Mother's Day? You're all done with the backyard and the side yard. Finished mowing it tomorrow. Finished mowing. Tomorrow I'll do the front yard and down the driveway. I wanted to be done by 5 and I made it. There you go. There you go. I'm going to mow the front and down both sides tomorrow. And then Wednesday I'm going to start weeding in between the my fence and the neighbor's fence. Yeah, these yards are just taking off. Miguel says, "Early this morning I cooked kielbasa and realized after that I had bought Cajun kielbasa." Yeah. What do you mean, yikes? That's the kind of kielbasa to buy. If you're going to buy kielbasa, I take it you don't like hot food. I love hot food. Rebecca says, "Hi, everyone. I'm back. My daughter just got home from her last day of track. Congratulations. How did she rank?" Tank says, "My day was good, but I haven't heard from my son in 10 years. And they buried my mother on my anniversary, which I begged them not to do. We were estranged, but it was just a normal day for me." You haven't heard from your son in 10 years. I am so sorry. These boys are kind of crazy. I had to call my son and say, "Hey, you want to go to church? You want to go to lunch with us?" And he's like, "Sure." But he came. Oh, it was Mother's Day in Canada yesterday also? Oh, okay. See, that's why I have to ask these things because I don't know. I don't know. Well, good. A little too spicy. They must be renegades. You just finished a Jacob shawl, did you, Susan? Please post it in the group. I would love to see it. Sandra says, "Don't forget you can bring the solar lights in the house for when you have a power outage." I've never thought of doing that, Sandra. Oh, that's awesome. I've never thought of that. I've got rechargeable lights that I used to take to work with me because being a hospital, we always had electricity. And I would charge my lights during my shift and bring them home so I would have lights. And then I'd take them back to work with me the next day and recharge them. Oh, you're going to get some bulbs in on Sunday? That's great, Rebecca. I'm going to I'm weeding out the flower beds because I'm going to thin out my tulips and put them in between the fence rows here because they need to be thinned out. Rita says Crafty Yarn Owl, her name is Darla, has a tutorial on that beautiful shawl. I'll try to send you a picture in a few more days if I could do it. Oh, well, okay. Thanks, Rita. Crafty Yarn Owl. Okay. Angel Renee's laughing at me. No, VJ, it's normal. They have autism, so their sensory needs are different and still wake up to get diapers and such. So some nights they don't go back to sleep. Artie got all excited. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh yeah, because they get wet and then they wake up and then they're up. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. My son lets his women wear the pants. He's on his second one, I think. Oh, gracious. I'm so blessed my boys come to see every week. Really? Tank says, Rita, it means less drama from the baby's mamas and new wife. I'm 1,000 miles away from them on purpose. Oh, my. Sounds like my family. Big hugs and prayers for you. Oh, dear. I am so sorry, Teresa and Tank. Yeah, it's sad when you're happier having your children out of your lives. Oh, sorry, Tank. I find the women always tend to gravitate to their mother's sides. Yep. Ashley, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How was your Mother's Day? How was your weekend? And what are you working on? And look here, it is, I don't know, I can't see the clock. It is 3:55 and I'm at the bottom of the chat. And we're going to do a VJ raid over at Granny D. Thompson's. That means we have tanked to ourselves. There you go, Zoila. There you go. We have tanked to ourselves. Yeah, I mean, because you got to have peace in your at your home. And he's grown. He's not a baby, and he's not going to let you protect him. So, oh, well, he must like it. Kim says she is going live at 6. Oh, okay. So we will be okay. We will do a VJ raid over at Granny D. Thompson's, and then we will do a squirrel raid over at Mocha Crochets and Crafts. She's going to have Management Monday. Kim, say hi so everybody can get your link, please. And Tank says, believe me, I am at peace. Yep, you need peace. Don't need all that confusion in your life. Ashley says it was my Mother's Day was good. So I make breakfast, husband makes dinner, and I'm still sitting here working on squares so I can do this pillowcase. Okay. 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 Mocha said hi. So here is her link. So we will do a squirrel raid at Mocha's Crochet and Crafts at 6 o'clock following Granny D's. And Tank just described she didn't have just subscribed. She didn't have Mocha. So thank you, Tank. Um, please join join the Facebook group. They will and you can post in the group. Tuesday, there is a post dropped for Whip It Wednesday if you want me to share it for Whip It Wednesday. Thursday, there is a post dropped for FO Friday if you have any finished objects you would like for me to show on FO Friday. But all pictures are welcome in the group because I like to see what everybody's working on. Tank just finished hat number 16. Okay. Mocha Duck Zoila is throwing yarn at you. And Zoila, you can break a window if you want because she's going to be moving. Oh, and Dark Sky, thank you, Sophia. Just dropped the link to the group. And Tank just dropped the link to Granny D's. We are going to do a VJ raid over Granny D Thompson's. I would like to thank everybody who has spent the last hour with me. We've got 36 souls in the house. Thank you all so very, very much. Please, I'd appreciate the thumbs. Please like, share, subscribe, all those goodies. We will be back Wednesday at 1:45 p.m. Central because I have to pick up Shorty. And we're on countdown because she's out of school at the end of the month. So we will be early on Wednesday and we'll be our normal 3:00 this coming Friday. Please wear your mask, socially distance, do all those things you need to do to protect yourselves because we know that people are still coming down with the virus. There is still RSV. Thanks, Mara. And that we will be, we're getting older. We don't shake things off. Thank you, Genevieve, the way we used to. Thank you, Angel Renee. Please, 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 please don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to everything going on. Protect yourselves. Granny D just went live. We're going to do a VJ raid over Granny D Thompson's because I don't know what I would do without you people in my life. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you for the thumbs, love, hugs, prayers, well wishes, everything. I love each and every one of you. And save me a seat in the front. Because you know, I have to have my daily dose of fiber. Love each and every one of you. Take care now. Sue says, if I can't manage to post on Facebook, can I send you an email? Yes, Sue, you certainly can. Thank you so much. Thank you, Annette. Everybody have a blessed day now. Bye-bye.